Hello there. Welcome to class. I'm Miss Faust. Welcome to another wonderful class session. Please make sure you have paper available, that you have paper out, and a pen or pencil. We have some notes on the board and an assignment. Yes. So yes, you will be writing down some information. Are you ready? You are? Oh, looks good. Paper, good. Pen, pencil, great. Let's get started. Come and join me over here. We're going to deal with contractions. Yes, I've talked about contractions a number of times last semester. Remember, a contraction is all about taking two words and shrinking them into one. And when you shrink them, you tend to lose a letter or two at times. Does that make sense? So for instance, when you have the word could not and you shrink it into a contraction, that's what contractions are all about, making them smaller into one word. Couldn't, you lost the letter O in not. You see how that works? Couldn't, yes, yes, yes. So it's N''T. So let's learn a little bit more. Let's learn about the rule. Many contractions are formed from pronouns. So do you remember your pronouns? They are words that replace the nouns, such as they, ours, anyone, someone, he, I, okay? Yes, you remember, good. Are formed from pronouns combined with a present tense. This is very important. Present tense, not the past. So you're doing it now, not back then. It's now. Present tense version of be. In other words, your to be verbs such as is, are. Okay? So does that make sense? And also am. Am. So you're talking about those verbs. Am, is, are. Not, was, or were. That's past tense. You cannot do the contraction with the past tense. Only with what's happening now. Any questions? Nope? Okay. Let's go back. So, that's the rule. You're taking pronouns, shrinking them, shrinking them into one word. So you have a pronoun and you have a to be verb. So you have two words and you're going to shrink it. So you have your contraction. Now when you have your contraction, do not forget the punctuation looks like a comma, but it's at the top, isn't it? It's not going to be at the bottom, but at the top. Please don't forget it. You need to include that mark. It's not a comma. Don't call it a comma. Instead, call it apostrophe. Good job. It's an apostrophe. It's at the top, not down here. It looks like a comma, but it really isn't. Okay. Examples. Yes. Present tense, and here's the contraction. Here's where we shrink it. I am. I'm. I circled the apostrophe. I'm. So you lost what? You lost the letter A of am. Okay? And it's one of your to be verbs, isn't it? We are. That should look familiar, shouldn't it? Remember when we went through were, where, and we're? Yes. So we've got we are. We turn it into a contraction. We shrink it. Okay? It's we're. What did we lose? The A. Good job. Another example. What is? Yes. What is a pronoun? It may not look like he, she, or it, but it is a pronoun. How do we make it into a contraction? It's going to be what's. What's the answer? What apostrophe S. So what did we lose? We lost the I. Good job. Any questions? Do you understand this? Contractions are very important. We tend to use contractions in our talking, speaking, and in our writing, don't we? Yes. Here's some other examples. Actually, these are sentence ones, aren't they? Okay. You are a good friend. We turn that into a contraction sentence by saying, you're a good friend. We lost the A, didn't we? Finally, woo! It is hot in here. Woo! Wipe that sweat off. It is hot here turns into it's hot here. We lose that I. Not this one, but that one, don't we? Okay. And we remember to put the apostrophe between the T and the S. So when we think about contractions, yes, this is the rule. But look at it as this. Shrink. Make smaller. Instead of long, we're going to make it shorter. Or if you want, smaller. So think of it either shorter, smaller, however you want. Maybe shorter is the better word. Okay. Any questions about this material? So if we have, let's see. He is happy. How do we turn that into a contraction? He's happy. Yes. Let me look and see. I got it. Let's see. How do I want to? Anyone is allowed to go to the party. Turn that into a contraction. How do we do that? Anyone's. Anyone, apostrophe S, allowed to go to the party. We lost the I of is, didn't we? Okay. Do you understand? Are there any questions? If you have questions, contact me. Here is your assignment. Yes! Okay. Please make sure you write this down. Use the verb be as a contraction. Look at my examples, especially right here. So again, you're talking about your to be verbs. Am, is, are. Okay? Right here. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So you're going to take these three items and do what I did here. You are a good friend, you're a good friend. Okay, you do the same thing. Turn them into contractions. Shrink it. Number one, what is Mavis carrying under her arm? They are interesting questions. No one is allowed in the laboratory today. Okay? Everyone got that? One more time. What is Mavis carrying under her arm? They are interesting questions. Finally, no one is allowed in the laboratory today. You know, laboratory, that's the long version of lab. No one is allowed in the lab today. Okay, do you understand what to do? Take these three, turn them into something like that. Okay, when does it do? Oh, that's a good question. Glad you asked. Yes, when you're done with this assignment, I'd like you to turn it in immediately to me. So that means today. I'm looking forward to these. And I hope you have a wonderful day. After all, it is a new year. Have a great day. Not just wonderful, great, great, great day. Till next class session, bye-bye.